Welcome to the Disney Channel Hunger Games video. Today we have 4 of the best Disney Channel animated series going head to head to see who will win. Alright, so it's the Hunger Games simulator and this is the Simu-Blast version. In Districts 1 through 3 we have Cricket, Tilly, Bill, Alice, Remy, and Vasquez. Districts 4 through 6 we have Sprig, Anne, Grimes, Sasha, Andres, and Mercy. In Districts 7 through 9, we have Luz, Amity, Gus, Willow, Collector, and King. In District 10, we have In District 10 through 12, we have Dipper, Mabel, Seuss, Wendy, Stan, and Little Gideon. So, 1 through 3, Bay City Greens. 4 through 6, Amphibia. 7 through 9, Owl House. And 10 through 12, Gravity Falls. All right. Let's simulate. Here we go. So here is the reaping. We've got our reaping here. Let's begin. Cricket severely injures Tilly and leaves her to die. No! Cricket, why would you do that? The first casualty is the first event. Cricket severely injures Tilly and leaves her to die.
Cricket leaves Tilly to die?
Cricket, why would you do that to your own sister? Bill breaks Alice's nose for a basket of bread. Bill, why to your own mother? Remy finds a backpack full of camping equipment. Good for you, Remy. Vasquez and Sprig go for the same axe. Vasquez gives up and retreats. You better not mess with Sprig. Oh, he's armed. Vasquez, you could have easily killed him. You could have easily killed Sprig. Why did you give up and retreat against Sprig? A lovable little frog boy. Anne scares Grime away from the cornucopia. No, I think it should be Grime scaring Anne away because he's much more creepy. And honestly, I had to go with the Toad version, like the Chibi Tiny Tail version. It was just the first thing I could find. Sasha finds a bow and some arrows. Good for you, Sasha. Andrea scares Mercy away from the cornucopia, yeah? That's technically canon. That's canon. That's canon right there. True colors. Spoiler alert. Luz grabs a backpack, but it's not zipped and most of the supplies fall out. Come on, Luz. Amity finds a backpack full of camping equipment. Good for you, Amity. Gus grabs a sword. Wow. Gus is armed, dude. Willow and the Collector dash for the same bag of food and supplies. The Collector gets scared and retreats. Don't mess with Willow. She is going to uproot you. All right, King and Dipper goes for the same axe. King gives up and retreats. You should be scared of Dipper's 150 IQ, bro. Mabel and Seuss. Mabel grabs a sickle and Seuss gets a slingshot. Good for you, Mabel. Good for you, Seuss. Wendy and Stan dash for the same bag of food and supplies. Stan gets scared and retreats. You probably have that axe on you, right? Little Gideon finds a backpack full of camping equipment. All right, good for you, Little Gideon, but we're not on your side today. And this was the bloodbath. One cannon shot can be heard in the distance. Tilly Green. Big City Greens. Cricket and Bill create an alliance. Oh, great! Great! Father and son activities. Let's go. Alice falls into a deep valley and dies. No, Grandma! Remy and Vasquez create a fort out of sticks and leaves. All right, good for you, Remy. Good for you, Vasquez. You're being resourceful. Sprig steals food and water from Anne while she isn't looking. Sprig, you could have just created an alliance with Anne. You guys are friends. Grime falls and scrapes his leg while running away from Sasha. Better not mess with Sasha, Grime. She learned from the best. You. Andreas overhears Marcy and Luz talking in the distance. And definitely, I think they should be talking because, Marcy and Luz are both very geeky. Amity, Gus, Willow, and the Collector hunt for other tributes. So, now King hides in a bush, terrified and scared. Well, you should when you're such a cute little guy. Dipper climbs up a tree to make a resting spot. Mabel tends to Seuss's wounds. Good job, Mabel. You're taking care of Seuss. Wendy tries to kill a squirrel with an arrow. Oh. Stan steals food and water from Lil Gideon while he isn't looking. Great, Stan. Great for you. And actually, we're all cheering you on because Lil Gideon's the bad guy of season 1. And one cannon shot may be heard in the distance. Alice Green. Cricket falls asleep, shivering from a fever. Bill leaves Remy, Vasquez, and Sprig because he does not like their plan to kill more people. Remy and Vasquez, good for you that you're teaming up, but Sprig. Vasquez, I don't know if you should be in the same group as Sprig because Sprig, he took your bag, man. He took your bag. And convinces Grime to... Gross. And I bet Sasha will be jealous of Grimesy over here. Sasha tends to her wounds with leaves and water. Andrea sets up camp. Marcy leaves Luz, Amity, and Gus. Yeah. Come on, Marcy, Luz. I mean, different franchise, leaving the 3 from the same franchise. Willow falls asleep in a tree. Makes sense because her magic is tree. The Collector thinks about winning and what life would be like. Yeah, I think the Collector should be the one thinking about this. King, Dipper, Mabel, and Sue sleep in shifts, trying to protect each other. Wendy and Stan betray Lil Gideon with the aid of a rope. Oh, yeah. If any of you disliked Little Gideon, then I think you're cheering right now because Little Gideon's dead, boy! One cannon shot may be heard in the distance. Little Gideon is dead. Cricket receives a picture of his family from a sponsor. Like, why do you want a picture of your family? Your family's right here in the arena and you can see them in real life. Bill fishes in the water from some food. Remy receives a water style from a sponsor. I mean, probably from his parents because his parents, are rich capitalists. Remy's parents are rich capitalists, and rich capitalists stick together. Rashida, his mom. Very successful lawyer. Gotta give it out to her. Vasquez scares Sprig off into the distance. Great job, Vasquez. Thanks for getting revenge on Sprig. Even though personally, I really want Sprig to win. Because he's my favorite character in Amphibia. So come on, Sprig. You can do this. And throws rocks at Grime from a hiding spot in the tree. Okay. You snuggled with Grime and now you're throwing rocks? I mean, personally, all those Grime haters are happy. Plus, Anne's got the upper hand. Sorry if there's any water spewing out. I'm in the bathroom right now. Sasha and Andreas create a fort out of sticks and leaves. Marcy picks up non-poisonous fruit from a tree. Good, Marcy. Thankfully, Marcy isn't dead. All of us want Marcy or Sprig to win. Lou searches for food. Amity walks over a landmine. Looks like Amity's down. Gus hides in a bush, terrified and scared. Willow constructs shelter with sticks and grass, probably from the aid of herself. The Collector receives healing ointment from a sponsor. Why would the Collector get healing ointment? Why would the Collector get healing ointment? Why? King searches for water. Dipper throws a bow and arrow from his sponsor. Mabel searches for water. Sus is pricked by thorns while picking berries. Wendy receives healing ointment. Stan practices his knife throwing and archery. One cannon shot can be heard in the distance. Amity. Night 2. Cricket begins to cry. Bill feels delirious and forgets where he is. Remy and Vasquez decide to make a peace treaty to make it through the night. Okay, good enough. Sprig receives an iPad from an unknown sponsor. I mean, he's a frog boy from another dimension. Would he even know how to use an iPad? Anne lets Grime into her campsite. What's with Anne and Grime lately? Wow. What's with Anne and Grime? Sasha falls asleep shivering from a fever. Andreas thinks about winning and what life would be like. Marcy convinces Luz not to kill her, but then she's able to kill her instead. Fellow geeks. Geeks gotta stick together, bro. Why? Gus falls asleep to the sound of people screaming. Willow receives matches from an unknown sponsor. The collector lets King into his campsite. Personally, King wouldn't approve, but the collector would because at the end of King's tide, the collector wants to be friends with King. Dipper, Mabel, and Sue sleep in shifts, hoping the other two do not betray him. Luckily, I don't think they are because they have a pretty strong friendship back in Gravity Falls. Wendy looks at the night skies and sky and wonder if it's real. Stan begins to cry. One cannon shot baby heard in the distance. Lose. And right now, alright, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 10, wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 12, 24. Right now there is 5 people dead. 5 of 24 tributes dead. Right now there are 19 tributes left. I actually want to get this kind of quick because right now Cricket throws rocks at Bill from a hiding spot in the tree. Makes sense to betray your father. Remy thinks about his family and starts crying. Yeah, you should. Unlike Cricket, your family is not here in the arena. Vasquez sees smoke rising in the distance and wonders who is responsible. Sprig chases Anne. Sprig has the upper hand here. Grime scares Sasha off into the distance. Andreas explores the arena. Marcy makes a slingshot with materials from the ground. Gus practices his knife throwing and archery. Willow, the Collector, and King are attacked by a herd of vicious dogs. Dipper sees poison fog but manages to escape. Mabel sues Wendy and Stan form a suicide pact, killing themselves so that nobody else can. Uh-oh. The only Gravity Falls tribute still alive is Dipper. If you want to win for your show, Dipper, it's all on you, Dipper Pines. It's all on you, Dipper Pines. It's all on you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 8, 9, 10. 10 district, 10 tributes gone. We have 14 remain. Cricket and Bill kill Remy with their... Not to your best friend. Why? Alright, 11 tributes. Vasquez sets up camp for the night. Sprig tends his wounds with leaves and water. Anne and Walnut and Cherry passes out from sheer exhaustion. Grime, Sasha, and Andreas discuss a game plan for the morning. As a fellow manipulative, I think that's good. Marcy receives an iPad from an unknown sponsor. She needs it. Gus receives clean water from an unknown sponsor. Willow starts a campfire with materials on the ground. The Collector sleeps in small increments, awaking to every little noise. King begins to cry. Dipper feels delirious and forgets where he is. Alright, Remy's down. Remy's down. I personally want the main boy tribute. I personally want either Gus, Cricket, Sprig or Dipper to win. Personally, that's who I'm rooting for right there. All right, day 4. Cricket receives medical supplies. Bill throws rocks at Vasquez. Sprig tends to Anne's wounds. Good for them. Grime discovers a hidden pathway. Sasha camouflages herself in a cave-type area. Andreas constructs shelter. Marcy practices knife throwing and archery. Gus poisons Willow's drink. She drinks it and dies. Gus, why are you your best friend? Why, Gus? Why? The collector sees poisoned fog but manages to escape. King and Dipper split up to search for much-needed resources. Cricket convinces Bill to snuggle with him for the night. Good for you. Father should snuggle with his son. Vasquez and Sprig tell stories about their districts and lives to each other. Anne dies of lack of water and food. No, Anne, no! It's up to the other two Calamity chicks, Marcy and Sasha. Grime receives fresh food and materials from an unknown sponsor. Sasha tries to treat her infection with water and grass. Andreas and Marcy talk about the tributes past and still alive. Gus dies from hypothermia. He's got too cold. The collector climbs a tree to try to get some rest. Dipper and King decide to make a peace treaty to make it through the night. Luckily, we saw them work together, so right now I think Dipper and King are going to be the ones making it through. All right, looks like we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We have 11 tributes left. 10 tributes left. Cricket kills Bill as he tries to steal supplies from camp. Vasquez begs for Sprig to kill him. He refuses, keeping Vasquez alive. Grime falls and scrapes his leg while running away from Sasha. Why should he be running away from her? Andreas receives a picture of his family from a sponsor. Andreas' family is really old. Marcy discovers a water source. The collector, and Dipper are attacked by vicious dogs. All right, Bill's down. Cricket, Vasquez, Sprig, and Grime kill Sasha. All right, 9 tributes left. Andreas receives a hatchet and water from an unknown sponsor. Marcy cries herself to sleep. The collector receives an iPad from an unknown sponsor. King and Dipper hold hands and cry together. All right, they already made 2 things. All right. Any cannon shots? Yep, Sasha. We have 9 tributes left. And right now, only 3 of the ones I want to win are still alive. Which is Cricket, Sprig, Dipper. Cricket, Sprig, and Dipper. I want you 3. Cricket is pricked by thorns. Vasquez hides in a bush. Sprig shamelessly kills Grime. Anyone remember that episode from Grime's pupil? That scene from Grime's pupil where Sprig... This is basically part 2. Andreas sees poison fog but manages to escape. Marcy practices her knife throwing and archery. The collector makes a slingshot with materials from the ground. King discovers a water source. Dipper thinks about his family and starts crying. You should. Your sister died. Your grunkle died. Your friends died. Your arch nemesis died. You've only got your friends back in Piedmont and your parents left. Oh, Sprig has 2 kills. Cricket lets Vasquez into his campsite. Sprig starts a campfire with materials on the ground. Andreas chases Marcy for over a mile before making the kill. Marcy! No! The collector cannot handle the stress and decides to commit suicide. King chases Dipper over a mile before making the kill. Oh, 3 tributes are gone. Plus, only 2 tributes that I want to win are still alive. Right now, it's Andreas, King, Sprig, Vasquez, and Cricket. Cricket thinks about his family and starts crying. Yep, the rest of your family died on you. Vasquez is over a water source. Sprig accidentally walks over a landmine. No, Sprig! It's up to you, Cricket. Cricket, I want you to win. Andreas questions his sanity. King consults shelter with sticks and grass. All right. Looks like only 4 tributes remain. Cricket questions his sanity. Vasquez wounds Andreas in a confrontation but spares his life. King slips on a rock and tumbles down a cliff. All right. Looks like it's 2 strong and 1 country. Cricket, you gotta win for us. Cricket, you gotta win. Cricket. Cricket and Vasquez start fighting, but Vasquez runs away as Cricket kills Andreas. 2 people from the same franchise must go head to head. And Cricket, honestly, yes, he made it this far. It's just Cricket and Vasquez now. Cricket, overwhelmed with anger, bashes Vasquez's rock head over a rock several times. We did it! Cricket's the winner of the Disney Channel Hunger Games! Cricket wins! Oh, all right, if you enjoyed the video, please don't forget to like and subscribe. Cricket is a #1 victory royale. Everybody else is dead. Cricket Green is the winner of the Hunger Games. If Alice was still alive, I bet she'd be proud that Cricket won his first Hunger Games. And soon everybody's going to arise from their graves again and see, soon everybody's going to rise from the grave. Soon everybody's going to rise from the grave and compete in a rematch eventually, and then probably around 3. Well, we'll do that later. Well, hope you enjoyed today's video, and we'll see you